All right, guys, I'm back. Hello. I hope you guys enjoy my videos, and if you do, subscribe to the channel. I'm talking a little low because it's late as fuck it. It's late, guys. It's late. And I kept saying I want to give y'all videos. I want to make sure I'm dropping stuff for y'all. Don't be mad at me. I'm gonna. I have so much stuff. I have so much content. It's a lot of car chats. So I plan to drop those in between these videos. But anyway, we're gonna jump right into the video. I just drunk water. If you haven't already, gotten your drink, gotten your snack, gotten your herbal essence, get all your stuff. And we're gonna jump right into the video. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys so much for everything that y'all be doing, for still watching my video and still entertaining the bull over here. I love you. And we're gonna go into 2026 better, and it's gonna be 2026 gonna be something, y'all. So stay tuned, okay? Okay, come on back. Now this store here, oh chill. That damn app, I'm telling you, that app, thoroughly entertaining, guys, thoroughly entertaining. So I matched with this guy. Well, I was looking through, because I was like, okay, the people that want to see match with me, I'm like, I'm gonna look at profiles and see what I like. So I'm looking through profiles. I see somebody and I'm like, ooh, yes, let me see. So I click on his thing. And I think he matched with me like the same day or the next day. I don't know. Because I told y'all I get on it and then I get off of it. I don't really be on it. I be on it and then I get off of it. So I don't obsess with it, if that makes sense. Because I'm just like, I already know I'm going to end up matching with somebody, or I'm going to talk to somebody. Because I already matched with, like I told y'all, out of like 1,000 and something people, I only matched with 15. But I went looking too. So this is the time when I was looking. So I'm on there. I match with the guy and he matches me back. So I don't know who started the conversation first. And I don't have the DMs. If I find them, they're going to be right here. So I match with this guy. Very fucking handsome. Oh my God. Every single guy that I went out on a date with are extremely attractive men. Extremely attractive. That's why I said shout out to him, because why I was thinking about it. I'm like, you know, when you really, because I'm a person that is very, 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 very loyal in my relationships, very loyal. Like, I don't look and seek nobody else. I'm with my person. Especially if I'm in love, if I love you, you're gonna get a whole different side of me. You won't get this side. This side, you don't want her. She's something else. But the side that's the lover girl side, I'm all in when I'm in my relationship. So I was like, I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, boy, I don't know why he did this to me. Why he let me out? Why he let me out like this? But shout out to you for doing it. Because I have been having a time, baby, a time. So I matched with him, and this guy is 39. Yeah, he's 39, because I had to think about it, because I'm like, you know, I got a little slew of guys. He's 39. He's in the age range that I told y'all, like 35 to 43-ish, 44 maybe. So he's 39. Tell me, because I wanted to know, like, what the fuck is this? What is he? What's going on with you? Because most of these guys, like him, the two that I'm talking to, I'm still talking to these two right now. All these profiles, they don't really have a lot on their profile. Now, the one that I went on a date when I told him that I got catfished, he has stuff on his profile, because that's how I learned, like, how I could say stuff to him. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I seen you said that. And because he told me, oh, I love long walks on the beach. He told this to me. I like long walks on the beach. My favorite color is gray. My favorite team, I forgot. He said I love college football. Like, I'm obsessed with college football. And he said some other shit. And I was like, he fine too. That's the one I still talk to right now. But anyway, this other guy, he didn't have nothing on his profile. So I didn't know shit. I just know his name and his age. I didn't know nothing else. So I'm like, tell me about you. Like, I don't know shit. What, tell me something. So then he told me his job. I'm not going to say too much about him, but he has a good job. He is very fashionable, and he's in fashion. He has no children, no baby mama, never been married. I asked him about like some of that stuff, because he started asking me stuff like that. He was like, what is it that you looking for on here, and what do you want? And then he was like, do you believe in marriage? Started asking me all them questions. I was like, I'm asking everything. I'm telling him everything. So then he was like, are you spontaneous? And I said, yeah. He was like, okay. So he was like, we were texting like the whole day. I'm texting him at work and everything. Like, we're texting. He texted me and was like, I'm about to get off work soon. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you should FaceTime me. Hit him with the FaceTime. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna FaceTime you. So he FaceTimed me, and he was the guy. And I kept telling him, I said, you're the guy. And he was like, I'm the guy. And I'm like, yes, you look just like your pictures. And he's like, you look just like your pictures. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And then he was like, so you say you're spontaneous, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he was like, so would you go out tonight? And I was like, on a random Tuesday? This is a Tuesday night. Like, on a random Tuesday? I'm like, yeah, what do you want to do? He was like, let's go get dinner somewhere, and then let's just see what the city got. Are you okay with that? And I said, I'm okay with that. So he was like, can I pick what you can wear? I said, can you pick? He's like, I just want to tell you like what I want to see you. And he's like, I love a woman with a dress. I want you to wear a dress and heels. I said, okay, that's fine. I can do that. And he was like, but I want you to wear something with lace. I said, okay. I'm over here like, he's like, I love lace. So he's like, if you got anything with lace, I got a lot of stuff. I told him I got a lot of shit with lace. I got a full lace dress. A full lace dress. That motherfucker, that's a sexy ass dress. I'm like, I was gonna wear that dress for Valentine's Day for whoever wants to take me out. That's what they gonna see me in. I bought it. See, I shop for my closet. I don't shop for me. I shop for my closet. Because what I do is when I buy all these different clothes, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not buying them for an occasion. I just go buy them. So whenever I do go out, I just shop in my closet. So I told him, I'm like, yeah, I got something. So I had a lace, like, what the hell is the top? It's like a corset, and it's lacy. And it's it doesn't have straps, it's strapless. So I was like, I'm gonna wear this, and I'm gonna wear a black skirt, and I'm gonna wear a blazer, because it was kind of cold outside, and it was all black. So, and I was gonna wear some black heels. And I was like, I sent him a picture of like half of my clothes, and he said yes. I said, cool. So then it started to rain, and I told him, I'm like, cause we were talking on the phone. So he FaceTimed me, we were talking, and then we hung up the phone from FaceTime, and he was like, oh, I'm finna get in a car. And he was like, it's not gonna let me, I forgot what kind of, I don't know. He got a truck, like a big ass pickup truck, a nice ass pickup truck. And he was like, the FaceTime is gonna go out or something. He's like, so I'm gonna call you. I'm like, okay. So he called me on the phone, and he's like, is it raining by your house? And I'm like, no. And he's like, it's storming bad, but I heard the rain, like while he was talking to me, I could hear it. So I'm like, I told him, I'm like, well, where you want to go? So he's like, it's a place in Upper Kirby. He's like, that I want to go to. He's like, Look it up. I'm gonna send you the name. If you want to go, we can go. They have good food, drinks. But he was like, I gotta tell you something. I said, what? He was like, I don't drink and I don't smoke. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I don't care. But he was like, but you can have a drink if you want to drink. That's fine. I'm like, okay. So he was like, look it up and tell me if you're cool with it. And if you are, cool. I said, okay. I look up the name because he sent me the name. I told him what I was going to wear because he requested that I wear this. I told him, cool, I'm going to wear it. So I sent him a picture of it. He said, fine. He said, did you look up the place? I said, I did. And it looked like it's okay. It looked like it's okay. It's not nothing. It's not, it didn't look like, it just looked like a lounge type style. So I was like, as long as they got food, because I'm hungry, that's cool. He's okay. So time goes on, and then he was like, did you really look up the place? I said, yeah. I said, it got a blue door, which is strange. I said, because the name is not on the building. So I'm like, he keeps stressing that did I look it up? And I'm like, let me look deeper into this place. So I Google it again, and then I go through reviews. So I'm like, let me read the reviews about the place. So I'm reading the reviews, and then I start looking at the pictures of the inside of the ambiance. Now, when I pull up the pictures, it's not anybody that look like me or him. They look like these people. So I'm like, okay, it's one of them type of bars or a restaurant lounge type thing. So I'm like, they probably gonna play some music that I don't like. But he was telling me that he is a person that is sensual. That's what he stressed to me. He said, I'm very sensual. I love intimate settings. He was like, I love dim lights, sexiness, music good. He's like, that's the type of ambiance I like. So he's like, if you like that, I told him I love that. I love that. I'm like, I love that. So I'm like, I'm cool with that. So he was like, okay. Cause I'm like, it's a first date. I really wanted, cause he was like, I really want you to just be into me. Like I want you to focus on me. I said, okay, that's fine. I'm going out with you. So of course I'm gonna be focused on you. But he was like, okay. So I go and I'm looking into it, and I'll text him, and I'm like, I text him a picture of the blue door, and I'm like, does she got a blue door? Where the fuck is the sign at? He was like, oh yeah, it is a blue door. He was like, yeah, you gotta go through the blue door. I'm like, yeah. And then I was like, I was reading the reviews, and people was like, oh, upstairs is for couples. I said, what the fuck is upstairs? What's the couple shit? That's what I'm asking him. Now I'm acting slow. But in my mind, it's not clicking to me like that. This is the type of time he on, because I'm like, why would he take me to a place like this on the first date? Like, it's kind of crazy, right? We're jumping off the porch again. Anyway, so I told him, I said, so I was looking at the pictures, the reviews, and I said, it's a bunch of couches upstairs, like these big ass couches, and they were saying it's for couples only. And he was like, yeah, upstairs is for couples only. Downstairs is like a bar lounge type style. They got food. It's a restaurant. They got food. They got drinks. Good music. It's a nice vibe. I say, the place is very fucking pretty and nice. It is nice up in there. And I'm like, it's so pretty. I'm like, I do like that. But I'm like, what's up with upstairs? And he was like, did you read it? And I was like, it don't say too much. It just says for couples. So he's like, okay. So he calls me on the phone. And he's like, so I went there before. I said, I thought you said you ain't never go here. He said, I've been there twice. And he was like, the first time I went with my girlfriend. That when I was in a relationship, I told you we broke up a while ago. He was like, I went with her. And he was like, I just wanted to see like how the vibe was. Like, he was like, I was just like filling it out. She's not into that. But I wanted to just be spicy. So he said, I wanted to just see how it is. I don't drink. She know I don't drink. But I was like, let's go have you some drinks, loosen up, and then maybe we can go see what upstairs is like. I said, who told you? He said, his homeboys told him about the place. I was like, okay. So he was like, she was too nervous and she wasn't into it. He was like, so we end up paying and leaving. He said, I went a second time. He was like, the second time I went, he said, I don't know who he went with. I don't know if he went with the girlfriend or if he went with another girl. I can't remember exactly who he went with, but he went with somebody. He told me that He ended up going upstairs with the person, but he said the person wasn't into it. They were like, kind of like, they felt uncomfortable. And he said it was cracking. He said they wasn't even really doing too much. He said they was like making out, kissing and all that stuff like that. But he said nobody was in active session. But he said they have it where it's private. So he said you can hear things, but you can't see anything. Because he's like, it's curtains in between the couches. So I'm like, I said on the picture, it doesn't show curtains. It just shows couches. And he was like, yeah, but when you go there, he's like, it's private. So you can hear action. You're just not going to see it. You're going to see people kissing because they're going to be out in the open. But he's like, you're not going to see people like getting to it because it's curtains. And I was like, okay. But he said, you can peek in, you can see. But he was like, and he said, that's kind of like what I was doing. He was like, I was just sitting back, chilling, watching, because I like to watch people active. And then he was telling me, he's like, I'm not gay. I love women. But he was like, I like to see people doing, I said, so like a live porn. That's what I'm getting, because men like porn. So that doesn't make them gay, because they got to see that, So I'm like, yeah, it's like, okay, that doesn't weird me out or nothing. That's not weird to me. Some people might be like, oh my God, that's not. That's what y'all don't know. I don't even feel like I just need to go into all of that. I'm open to stuff, and I'm not afraid of any of that stuff. That stuff is cool to me. If the person I'm with, if I trust you, and I told him, I'm like, I was having this whole conversation. I told him, because he was like, I just want you to feel comfortable. If you're not comfortable, we ain't got to do it. We ain't got to go there. Like, he didn't say do that. He was like, we don't got to go there. He was like, but I was just trying to see if you really was like spontaneous enough to do it. Even though like we don't know each other. It's kind of like, and I said, honestly, for a first date, I don't think that we should do that on the first date. I said, maybe a second or third, maybe a third. I said, let me feel you out. Because I said, I have to really trust you. Like, really be like, this is like a vulnerable state. I'm like, I don't know about if that's what I want to do and be there. And I'm open. And I'm like, I don't mind the encounter. I don't mind it. But I'm like, I want to make sure that I can trust you in that type of setting, if you understand. He told me he understood completely what I meant. And he was like, I was thinking about it, because he was like, I didn't want it to be too forward. But I was like, let me just see where her head at, where she at. If she want to do it, cool. If she don't, I'm cool with it. So he was like, well, what you want to do? I said, I think that we should do something where it's just me and you, and we can really vibe and talk and do that. So we ended up going on a date. It was great. He asked me a lot of stuff, a lot of questions. He made me laugh. He was funny. He was a lot of things great. I ended up seeing him a couple times. I went to his house. The motherfucker had pulled out Uno cards. House is fucking, when I tell you, he has the most beautiful fucking house. He has a townhouse, but he has a beautiful house. House is immaculately beautiful. Like, I've never seen a man with a house that just so, I told him, your house is, it fits his job. It fits what he does for a living. So, house is fucking beautiful. He was like, I don't know if I should be offended or not. I said, don't be offended. I'm like, I've been to guys' houses, and you could tell it's a guy. Like, you don't give off, this is how I would decorate my house. I told him, this look like some shit I do. I said, you have my house colors. I love gold. He has gold everywhere. Gold and white and beige. That's my house colors. I would prefer gold, white, and black. But gold, white, and beige, I love that as well. It's beautiful. So everything was just in a place, very neat, very nice. But he pulled out the motherfucking Uno cards and was like, let's play Uno. I said, you want to play Uno? He was like, yeah, let's play Uno. He whooped my ass about 6 times because I kept telling him, no. Because I almost was going to beat him like twice. And I'm like, how the fuck are you winning every time? He's like, because I told him when we first started playing, I'm like, it's your house. How do you play Uno? Because I need to know how we finna do this, because you know people be playing that shit different. How you play? Can we stack on top of each other? Can we do like what we doing? He said we can stack, but he was like, we got wild cards. We gonna do something. So we can do truth or dare. You want to do truth or dare? I say that's cool. We can do truth or dare, cause he don't drink, so we can't drink. Cause he was like, oh, he said I should have. He said I should have got you something to drink, cause he was like we could have played the drinking one. I said how we gonna play? You don't drink. He was like I just took a shot for you. I said okay, but I said next time. But anyway, we was playing, so we did truth or dare, and I kept asking him truth, and he was asking me like I kept saying truth. I was being a wussy. I kept saying truth, and he was asking me the most invasive shit. But then he asked me some real stuff, because he was like, what are you really on the app for? Like, what were you looking for in the app? And I said, oh, like something like this, like a vibe, like somebody I could laugh with, talk with, be cool with, go out with, hang out with, you know, and do fun stuff with and have fun time with. And he was like, fun time? I said, yes, fun time. And he was like, okay. And then we was chilling, and then it just, his schedule is so crazy that he doesn't have time. So in order for me to see him like I would want to see him, he has to like, he's super busy. He has his own business. He's an entrepreneur and he works. And he's a manager like for a lot of places. So he manages a lot of locations, let me say that. So he's constantly gone, constantly busy. He told me, I'm very busy, but he was like, I'll try to make time for you. So he did, like, and what I told y'all in the other video, what you ain't gonna do, somebody else will. So I wasn't pressed off of it. I had a great time with him. Great guy, great time. Definitely could see myself seeing him again for sure. But he don't have time. So I don't want to be, I just like, if he hit me, I'll talk to him. But if he don't, I'm not pressing the issue. So that was one of my dating people. Very cool. Everything about him, I liked everything, personality, style, the fun time, amazing. Everything was good. Everything was good. Even though he wanted to go to the little freaky place, I told him I was cool with it. And my best friend Amelia was like, you should just fucking went. I said, oh, and another reason why we didn't go was because not only did we have that talk, and I was telling him like I would rather me like get to know you in person first. It was raining really, really bad. And I was telling him, I do not want to be walking in puddles and getting rained on trying to run to the damn blue door. And he was like, okay, cool. I'm like, because it was storming really, 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 really bad. And I ended up driving to our date, and we had a good time. It was fun. And it was a good time. But yeah, that's, if, like I told you, if he hit me, I'm definitely going to go out with him again for sure. Yes, for sure. But it's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I'm not tripping. I say move on to the next. So anyway, I'll give y'all another story. Because right after that, I went out with the one for the birthday. I'm going to tell y'all about him. I went out with him. I told you I'm actively still talking to him right now. And I've been talking to him since December the 3rd. And now we are towards the end. So like 3 weeks. Definitely like him. Yeah. And then I went out on a date yesterday. No, yesterday? Today's Sunday. I went on a date on, when did I go on a date with this guy? I went on a date with him Saturday. Did I go on a date with him yesterday? I gotta think about it, guys. I went out with him I went out Friday. Oh, Saturday. Yes. Yesterday. I'm like, when did I go out with him? Because I can't remember. I went out with this other guy. I've been talking to him for the same amount of times, 3 weeks, but we never seen each other in person. We just FaceTime every day. We FaceTime and we talk on the phone and we text every single day. I said, that's my little boo. We talk all the time. We finally went on a date yesterday. It was so good. So fucking good. And I knew it was going to be good. And I was like, I told him, because he gave me the best hug in my life. I told him, I haven't had nobody hug me like that in forever. None of these guys hug like this one. They all give me a hug, but it's like, it's not, I can't feel you. I felt like I was going to melt in that man's fucking skin, body. I don't know. And he picked me up a little bit because he's tall. Like, they all tall. They all six, all of them damn near 6'3". All of, every last one. I think the other one, he was the only one that was 6 feet. The one that I told you that I don't talk to him that much because his schedule's so busy. The one I made the story time. This story time about, he's 6 feet. But the other two that I'm actively dealing with, they both 6'3". He picked me up yesterday. Like, when he gave me a hug, he picked me up a little bit. He kept calling me short and shit. I'm going to tell y'all about him too. But I said that's my little boo. I like him more than I like any of the rest of them. But we don't put no feelings in this. Because we just having a good time. But our date was great. He took me to a Japanese ramen restaurant. And it was really good. And he did something that I was like, he is so fucking sweet. He was trying to feed me the chicken. Cause he bought like some fried chicken or whatever, like fried bites or whatever. And then we had the ramen bowl or whatever. And it was the last piece of chicken. And he dipped it in the thing and he took a bite. And then he was like, I want you to bite mine. And I was like, I be laughing because I be thinking that stuff is funny. I said, I don't want none. And I already ate some and it was getting stuck in my teeth. And I was like, I don't really want it. I said, you'll give me your last bite? He was like, yes. I was like, oh, that is so damn sweet. But he was very sweet and very attentive and very nice. But he's been like that since I met him. He's my type of person. So I feel like I might date him more than anybody else because I really like how he is, like his personality, how he is attentive and how he be like really like attentive to me. Like he drove me to the date. Like I drove to him. We got in the car and he drove me to the place because I told him I was really tired from the night before I went out. He knew I went out. He told me I should have stayed my ass at home. But, you know, I went out and he was like, I'll drive you. It's fine. So we drove and then he was talkative, attentive, sweet, kind, opening doors, very sweet, very kind. I like him. So we don't see how they go. But anyway, I'm going to tell y'all a story time about them people too. I got another dating story time. This motherfucker here. That's why I don't want to go under 35. I ain't doing it. He ain't catfish me, but he definitely be lying. He was lying straight out the gate. And I'm going to tell y'all all of the lies in the next story time, okay? Just hold tight. Hold tight, because we on this shit here. Oh, and hold on. I'm going to tell y'all this other story time about I met a married man. And I was talking to him and I really was into him, man. And then this motherfucker gonna tell me after we talked for 3 hours on the phone, Joe, I didn't tell you I was married. I'm gonna tell y'all that story time too. Just hold tight. I got y'all, okay? In between, we gonna do car chats, but I got you. All right. I'll see y'all in my next one. I love y'all. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all in my next upload. Bye.